You know, obviously you had control on both sides. Why do it? Why reverse merge ImmunityBio into the public entity?
You know, David, this has been a life's dream ever since I sold my company to Celgene and Fresenius. My goal was to bring together these first-in-class molecules that affect the immune system under one roof. And we've done it now through this merger with ImmunityBio and NantKwest's. And now we can orchestrate with over 13 first-in-class molecules and 12 phase 2-3 clinical trials across multiple tumor types and manage the immune system. So it's a life's dream, and I think we've achieved it yesterday.
All right. That sounds pretty significant. What is it, though, that you're actually going to be able to do that you otherwise weren't able to do with the two companies being separate?
Well, you have two cells in your body, one called a natural killer cell and another one called a T cell. And relevant to cancer and relevant to COVID, these are the cells that actually kill either the cancer or the infectious cell. And until you put these two cells to talk to each other in your body and activate them, you won't have really the outcome we want. And we've seen now in bladder cancer, as you saw yesterday, a 72% complete response. We've seen a complete remission in pancreatic cancer, as we talked about in the past. We're seeing now complete remission in triple-negative breast cancer, and we have a vaccine for COVID. So this orchestration has not been put together under one company and one roof so that you could work with the FDA and actually truly change the whole paradigm of cancer care and infectious disease.
Yeah. Well, you're talking as well. You referenced, of course, some data you put out yesterday from ImmunityBio in terms of that positive data for the first cohort of a phase 2-3 trial for muscle-invasive bladder cancer. You know, Patrick, I've heard you talking about curing these cancers in the past. I've heard you talk about it for years now, almost indicating we're right there, but we don't seem to be right there. What's different now?
No, it's not been different. It's taken a decade, right? So when we talked about it, it's very hard for the layperson to understand the complexity of the immune system. We don't have one cell, two cells, three cells. We have a multitude of cells that all orchestrate together. It's like an army fighting a battle. And until you put all this army together so you can actually strategically activate them in the right moment, the right time. So the first was a natural killer cell, and that was NantKwest's. Then we needed to create this genomic sequencing, and that was NantHealth. Then I needed to build this fusion protein, and this is ImmunityBio. And now I've put them together. And by putting them together, I think the output that people don't recognize, it is very unusual to take a person who had metastatic pancreatic cancer and get a complete remission. It's very unusual to take a person with third-line triple-negative breast cancer and get a complete remission. It's very unusual to take a person with Merkel cell cancer and get complete remission that, by the way, lasts for 4 or 5 years. It's very unusual to get 73% complete remissions in bladder cancer. What I think nobody realizes, everything I just said came from the same treatment protocol. It basically comes from the same concept of orchestrating these molecules. So why now is we've taken these molecules that you and I have in our body and found a way, based on our science, to activate them to treat cancer.
Yeah, Dr. Soon-Shiong, I mean, it sounds really fascinating and really exciting. That being said, we're talking about two companies that you lead, and certainly, for better or worse, there has been some controversy surrounding you and your companies in recent years. What would you say? How would you respond to some of those perhaps critics or skeptics out there that look at a deal like this and worry perhaps that this is really just financial engineering?
It's not financial engineering, but, you know, I think the market has spoken. Yesterday, the stock went up, what, 50%? And really, I think the proof is in the pudding, right? The proof is in the results, in the data. The data speaks for itself. I really think the fact that we have trials in lung cancer, pancreatic cancer, triple-negative breast cancer, COVID vaccines, 12 phase 2-3 trials across 13, 14 first-in-class human molecules. I think that's what this is all about. It's not about financial engineering. It's actually changing the impact on patients with cancer.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.